In ancient Israel, the people faced a terrifying enemy, the Philistines, who had long been a thorn in their side. But this time, the Philistines had a secret weapon, a giant named Goliath. Towering over 9 feet tall, armed with heavy bronze armor and weapons, Goliath challenged the Israelite army every day, mocking them and taunting their king, Saul. Goliath would stand on the battlefield and shout across the valley, "Why do you even line up for battle? Choose a man to come and fight me. If he defeats me, we will be your servants. But if I defeat him, you will serve us." Goliath's booming voice and formidable appearance struck fear into the hearts of Saul's soldiers. No one dared to accept his challenge, and every day the army's morale sank lower. Then one day, a young shepherd named David arrived at the Israelite camp. David, the youngest of 8 brothers, wasn't a soldier. He had simply come to bring food to his brothers who were serving in Saul's army. But when he heard Goliath's taunts, something stirred deep within him. David was filled with indignation. Why should we let him defy the army of the living God? He asked the soldiers around him. The men laughed at David. After all, he was just a boy. But David didn't back down. "I'll fight him," he said with determination. His words spread quickly through the camp, and before long, David was brought before King Saul. When Saul saw the young shepherd, he was doubtful. "You are just a boy," he said. "Goliath has been a warrior since his youth." But David explained that he was no stranger to danger. As a shepherd, he had fought off lions and bears to protect his sheep. "The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine," David said confidently. Reluctantly, Saul agreed to let David fight and even offered him his own armor. But when David tried it on, he found it far too big and heavy. "I can't fight in this," he said. "I'll go with what I know." He took up his shepherd's sling and chose 5 smooth stones from a stream, ready to face the giant with nothing but his faith and skill. As David stepped onto the battlefield, Goliath looked at him and sneered. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he roared. "Come here and I'll feed your flesh to the birds." David's response was calm but powerful. "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty," he declared. "This day, the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and the whole world will know there is a God in Israel." With unwavering confidence, David reached into his pouch, took a stone, and placed it in his sling. He swung it around and released it, sending the stone flying toward Goliath. In a moment that shocked both armies, the stone struck Goliath right in the forehead. The giant toppled over, and David's victory was complete. David's courage and faith led him to victory in a way no one could have imagined. This story has become a symbol of how faith and determination can help us overcome even the most impossible challenges. It reminds us that with faith in God, the odds don't matter. Even the smallest person can face down a giant.